British Prime Minister Boris Johnson will face a no-confidence vote today from his own party that could oust him from power. The vote comes after a string of scandals involving the UK's Conservative Party leader, the latest of which involved parties held at Downing Street during the UK's strict lockdowns. London correspondent Giles Gibson joins us live now. Giles, thanks for joining us. So what can we expect today with this no-confidence vote?
Well, we're expecting voting to get underway in the next 6 hours or so, and then we are expecting to see a result announced by the chair of the 1922 committee. That's a committee of backbench Conservative MPs which is handling this entire process. We're expecting a result in the next 8 hours or so. In the meantime, of course, we're going to see allies of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, as well as the leaders of the different rebel factions within the Conservative Party who are trying to oust him from power. We're going to see them scurrying around the corridors of Westminster, working the phones, texting, calling, trying to get Conservative MPs to vote one way or another, to keep Boris Johnson in power or to trigger a leadership contest which would eventually remove him from power. Now, in terms of the voting, what Boris Johnson needs to survive is a simple majority amongst his own Conservative MPs. So that's 50% of Conservative MPs plus one more vote. If he does survive, then under the current rules, he cannot face another vote like this for at least a year. So the rebel parties would have to, go away and discuss their tactics again. If he does lose this vote, if a simple majority of Conservative MPs vote against him, then what we would see is a leadership challenge triggered. You'd see different figures within the Conservative Party campaigning to be the next leader, and then at the end of that process, we would have a new Prime Minister here in the United Kingdom.
Are the chances that he does survive this? And if he does survive it, what does that do to his ability to lead the country afterwards?
Well, that's very much the message that we've actually been hearing from Keir Starmer, who is the leader of the opposition Labour Party here in the UK. He was on the radio just a couple of hours ago here in London saying that I think history tells us this is the beginning of the end, and that he thinks that the public have made their mind up about Boris Johnson. There is certainly some historical precedent here amongst former Conservative Prime Ministers. You just have to take Theresa May, for example, one of Boris Johnson's predecessors. She faced a vote of no confidence just like this back in 2018 at the height of the negotiations over Brexit with the European Union. She managed to survive that vote, but then within about 6 months, Theresa May ended up resigning. I think what we're also hearing from Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister himself, is that this could also work the other way. This could be a chance for him to really draw a line under this and to move on from the Partygate scandal. He actually sent a letter to Conservative MPs trying to drum up support for himself, saying that this is a chance to end weeks of media speculation and take the country forward as one united party. So that is the argument that we're going to see his allies making to Conservative MPs over the next few hours as they try to work out who's for the Prime Minister and who's against him.
All right, Giles Gibson reporting from London. Thank you.